And I am live, I think, and even on time. Hope everyone is doing great out there. I don't think there's anybody here, but if you're watching the replay, howdy. Have y'all noticed any changes in Walmart? If you do Walmart Spark, have you noticed any changes here lately? Um, I have, and knock on wood, it continues. One of which is seeing more consistent orders on the daily. Some of them are garbage, and I wouldn't even put my car in drive for, but uh, some of them are pretty good, you know. And one of the biggest things that I think might be playing or attributing to it is for some reason I have not seen any illegals or anybody that I would say was illegal. How you doing, Tim? I had to leave Steve's live stream to get over here, and I had to do a couple of things. So I was kind of wanting to see what all they was talking about, but I thought I needed to actually be on time for once. So, anyway, and I have not. I know I saw you say something about you did see some illegals at your Walmart. Here, I mean, I've seen some foreigners, but they, I don't know, but just by their actions and everything, I would say there probably wasn't illegal. But before, I was seeing them. My phone is beeping. Oh, um, before I was seeing them set up front with shopping carts loaded with groceries, and then they push them out to the parking lot, load them in the car, and come back in. And I see a married couple doing that. I don't have a problem with that because there is a married couple that I know of that do that, and I don't have a problem with that. Um, both of them have active accounts, but those that was doing it the way they were doing it, they got bad here for a while. I was reading on Reddit and all the stories and all that, and it started getting like that in Little Wichita Falls. But I have not seen that in about the last week and a half to 2 weeks. And like I said, knock on wood, Walmart got wind of what Steve was talking about it. All that stuff is going national and everything. I haven't read anything on it, but I don't keep up with the news. I get news breaks, and half the time I swipe to just ignore them because I don't care nothing about it. A few things I'll read, but I'm not a. I don't keep up with stuff like I probably should. But if Walmart got wind of this, they're going to try to get their hands clean before they get dragged through the mud like DoorDash and everybody else is getting. So I don't know. If you're seeing more offers, I bet it has something to do with the identity crackdown. About every 2 days, I'm having to verify my identity. I wish, well, I was fixing that. I wish they would check IDs, but um, from what I've seen for the last week and a half, I don't think that it would be necessary. They really needed to do it a while back, you know. And the ones that are illegal that are legitimately, I mean, I know they shouldn't come over illegal. I get that, but and living in Texas, we have had illegals, but they were been Mexican illegals, not Venezuelan and you know Russia and China and Yugoslavia and all them other places because they're coming from all these different countries. But I get somebody wants to better themselves and it's so much hassle to go through it legally and they need to take care of their family. I get that. But they still should do it legally. But it's the ones that are coming over here and taking all the jobs and then doing illegal activities, then I back at Trump 100% and have a mass deportation. Have an idea. I do a park paddy wagon looking van headlight next to the online order pickup. Spice and letter the van with the tags of the Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. That would get their attention. Right now, I for the last because I didn't do much Spark last week. I turned it on here and there, but not a whole lot. But the only people I see doing Spark can't speak English. It was getting bad here, but I have not seen any for the last week and a half. But they may have moved on to like Dallas or somewhere because there is a hotel here that is by the hospital, and I had delivered Walmart order over there, not to them, but there would be about 15 of them all sitting around out front talking. Whoa, everything in the background just went blue. I saw that. But, they're running illegal accounts because I saw a couple of them at Walmart, but that's been about a month ago, and maybe they've moved on. I don't know. But yeah, the orders that I only took, let's see, and I already added up, it's $112. And I worked about 3 hours. Trips, one, two, three, four orders, and it was $112 and $34, $28, $26, $23. And granted, I pick and choose. I will not take a $8, $12 order. I'm just not going to do it. Especially shopping orders. Most shopping orders are $11, and I'm not going to shop somebody's stuff for $11. If it's 15, $16 and it's 3 or 4 items, then yeah, I'll do it. And tomorrow there's an incentive. It's a $3 for every order. I don't know. I'll have to look again. I don't know if it's for shopping orders or just curbside. But yeah, there's been a few more good orders that that there for a while you wasn't seeing them at all. It also rumored in my area that Spark drivers use bots and take all the high tip orders. I get maybe one good offer a day. Yeah, that is true. That quit until yesterday. I quit seeing that happening. And then yesterday, I mean, I could sit right here, physically, really right here at the desk, and have my phone right there, and I reach over there to look at it, and it's gone. I mean, that quick. And granted, there could be fast fingers like that, but a lot of the bots get it almost instantly. You'll see at the notification at the top of your phone, but you'll never see anything populated. And that, I believe, is bots running. So I think somebody may have a bot again. Um, I, you know, I'd have to be good friends with them not to report it. I mean, I'm not going to report a friend. I'm not saying it's right. But, it's just not right, and it's against the terms of use or yeah, terms of use. Spark, it's terms of use, DoorDash, and all the rest of it's terms of service. But anyway, I don't know. I just don't think the bots are right and fair. And I looked that up one time, and apparently some of those bots and stuff you have to pay a monthly fee for, and that I don't know. If you're going to pay $200, $300 a month to use a bot, then I don't know. I just don't think it's right. I'm not believing the bot thing, but I do support the idea of phone jam. Well, they do have phone jammers. They jam your signal, but not their own. No clue how that works. I've searched. I know there was uh, cellular blockers because some employers would put those in their office buildings, and it would block the Wi-Fi signal, but not the network. If there's their computers at the work site are hardwired. So, hello, Lisa. When I did a lot of Sparks, all of a sudden, one of my Moneymaker locations, I had a zero signal a big X where the bars should have been in my signal. Generally, at one Walmart, if you back up on the side, on the opposite side as the pickup, you can use their Wi-Fi, and they can't. Those jammers won't block that Wi-Fi, but it will block. Supposedly, it'll block the other ones, but I don't know. I do believe in the bots. I mean, I've read about them. I've heard too many people talking about them. And when you get a notification at the top of your phone that there's an order, but nothing ever populates, something's taking it before it ever comes to your phone, and that's instant. And I see how it could work. I mean, basically, just like Gary's app. You know, it would have to have a little more coding in it, but the basics would be about the same because it would filter it. But I don't know. I'm hoping it's coming back. I don't know that it will come back ever as good as it used to be about 3 years ago, but it seems to be coming back, and I'm all for that. I I don't spark as much as I did, but I still depend on it. You know, that's mainly like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. I guess I work 4 days a week. And sometimes I might turn it on Monday, Tuesday, but generally it's a little bit Wednesday and Thursday and Friday and Saturday or Sunday. This Saturday I may work because it's going to be a holiday weekend, and it might be good. There's rumors they have created a fake Walmart Wi-Fi as well. Oh, really? I didn't know that. The Amazon Flex drivers tipped everyone off about the bots. They said if the Spark drivers start coming over, they will set their cars on fire, which was a joke, I think. I heard some people around here saying a couple of things about the illegals and stuff and a couple of people I don't know if it was a joke or not. I may be trying some Spark this weekend for the holiday. The catering is very slow this weekend because of the holiday. Yeah, and I've only got I got a wagon in today that I have to do a review on, and I have a plasma cutter, but I'm not going to be able to do that until I can find somebody with an air compressor. I was going to get my cousin to help me, but he's going out of town. I've had it since before I got sick, and that was about 3 weeks ago. But unless I get anything else coming in, I might as well be sparking instead of sitting here watching videos and stuff. Yeah, you'll think you log on to the Walmart Wi-Fi, then the scammers control what you see. Huh. I don't know. Maybe that. Well, if it comes in now, I mean, if somebody created one, mine would automatically connect to the one that is already on there, and then you might see the other one, but just don't log into that other one. Leave it as the auto connects at the one you've already got. I don't log onto Walmart. I do because I have U.S. Cellular, and I don't know if they're. I mean, they're nationwide, just not big like Verizon and AT&T and stuff. And they're awful. I think I've got about 9 more months on my phone, and I am getting away from them. I don't know. You don't trust the store's Wi-Fi. Well, there are some vulnerabilities there. That is a fact. But if you're running Bluetooth headphones or anything, you got a vulnerability right there too. I go across the street and get my phone signal back. Yeah, US Cellular. You can be if you're in Wichita Falls, it's just slow, but there's a couple of spots that there's no signal, and there's several spots in Burke-Burnett, Texas, which is north of here, right on the Red River, that there's a lot of areas that there is no signal. You pull up in somebody's driveway and you get ready to mark that you're there, and it won't load. Or you get the wheel turning. I have had to leave and go down the road and before it would connect. I could either go back up to the grocery store and get Wi-Fi off of them, and then it would connect. But it's horrible, and that's not a little bitty town, but service. Their U.S. Cellular service is awful pretty much everywhere anyway. One or two bars is all I get anywhere in Wichita Falls. And I used to have a Verizon, and they were great, but that was before the what is it up to 5G, 4G, no 5G. I think 5G is. Well, I'm on my Wi-Fi. Um, but before that, so I don't know if it's gotten worse overall since then or not. My Bluetooth and the Wi-Fi are turned off while I'm doing gig work. 5G is very fast when it's working. I think I could be wrong because I'm not up on all that, but I think they offer it here, but they don't have the equipment to handle it. And I think they're wanting because even before there was any 5G available here, Verizon and T-Mobile was advertising 5G. There was no 5G towers here, any towers that could handle 5G. And I talked to a couple of people that worked for them that told me that. Now there is, but I don't know. In my mind, I picture it like a network server, like your internet. It doesn't really, granted, fiber is a lot better, but like DSL and all that, even cable, you have nodes. And if you only have so many that can be on each node, and when that gets full, it starts bottlenecking and oh, it blew again. And it'll slow everything's blue. Anyway, it'll slow it down. And I'm kind of that's why we're color changing. Is there a lot back there that's changing colors? Oh, there is. I got I can't even see it. I got one little wolfie right. Oh, it's behind there. It changes colors. Maybe that's what's making the camera change. Yeah, it's changing again. That's cool. Anyway, that may be the problem. Is they don't have the right equipment yet. You switched to Spectrum Mobile recently, which uses Verizon towers. I've seen a data connection speed at a smoking fort. Wow. Yeah, it is. Um, just I'm going to turn my Wi-Fi off, and we will go to. I got 2 bars, and I'm up higher a little bit, 2-story. Speed test. I have a 1 gigabyte plan, and I know you're not going to get that full amount, but about 800 is the best I can get, which is good. But my upload is like 39, so that's what I'm getting with US Cellular. If you can see that, so it's 24 up and almost 7 down. No, down 24.3 download speed and 6.93 upload. And I told him that, who do I have? Used to be Time Warner. What is Spectrum? Yeah, I have Spectrum. And I told him, I tried to see if there was something I could get that would have faster upload because I don't care about the download. A 300 megabit download speed is more than enough for most people, unless you're downloading a lot of data. And I'm not, but I need that upload speed because I upload, I don't download. I mean, I know it correlates because, like, right now I'm downloading data, but it's not that big of a deal. Do y'all see a circle on the back of that chair back there? I can see it on the monitors, but I don't see nothing. I had a box sitting up on there, but it wasn't a circle. I mean, it's like almost a perfect. Does it reflect a shadow? I'm tripping, y'all. It's the moon. Oh, your phone had 5. Good. Well, you saw what mine was, 24, and that's right in town. So there should be plenty of towers around. You don't see a circle? Oh, you see it? It's like right there. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Grandpa, something. It's on something good. Yeah. Hello, Miss Mary. Oh, I'm drinking some sugar, some sweet tea with the Cane's chicken today, and I don't even like chicken. But I'm not gonna say I'm tired of Taco Casa, but Taco Casa is my go-to place when I don't know what I want to eat, which is about 90% of the time. You don't want a hamburger. You don't. You don't want. I don't. What else is there? I get bored with food. Oh, you see it now? I don't know what's causing that circle. Should we investigate? I'm curious. Well, let's see. Oh, it's on my shirt now. So it's coming from over here. That's really weird. Wait. Well, crap. Oh, I got rid of it. I moved the light. Just maybe it's. Oh, you know what? I wonder if it's reflecting because I've got a desk lamp and I face it at the wall to bounce the light off the white wall. Otherwise, it's not directly at me. It bounces. I don't know. I do stuff like that for photography. But anyway, maybe that light was bouncing off of the lens and the lens was causing the circle. We're going to go with that. No, what do they call that? Uh, orbs. No orbs. Although I have seemed like I see stuff occasionally. But anyway, at least I'm not hearing voices yet. I always say that because all the patients I used to work with, they all heard voices. And I had a social worker tell me one time, and no, a psychologist out there, and they said, who's to say that they really don't? I don't know. I saw, yeah, yeah. I think it was the light reflecting off of the camera lens. Oh, it's back, isn't it? Let's see if I move it up. There, it's gone. Hmm. I don't know. I had some really cool. I did a review on some 4 foot uh, fluorescent lights. There's lightweight, and I put them across my ceiling using alien tape, and that stuff sticks really good. But they all fell. I kept them up there long enough to do the review, but they come falling down, so they're in a box, and I guess I will be selling them unless I move and I need some more lighting. But you have to be careful with the lights. I don't know if how many of y'all are into videoing, but I had a light that I really liked it because I don't like using my big umbrella light, because it's on a big stand and it kind of gets in the way. But it causes banding, the little waves that move up on your screen. And I know it probably doesn't make any difference, but it bothers me. So I'm still seeing it. You still see it now? Oh, yeah, it's more voices. Beetlejuice. Yeah. They're hearing the dead people, ghosts. They have nothing since. Yeah, but when you work with them, you can't say too much. But who's to say? I don't know. I'm not going to. Who's to say? I mean, I do talk to myself, and yes, I do answer myself, but it's not like I hear other voices talking to me, like a different voice. And occasionally, when I get ready to do something, I'll hear my dad, what I think my dad would say. Now, Brandon. Anyway, but a lot of that is me's not listening but hearing when I was little. You pick up on things, like your parents used to say, what did you learn in school? They didn't learn nothing. And on a day to day, you might not, but on the broad spectrum of the thing, you do learn. And maybe I didn't listen to every little thing, but over time, I did listen more than what I realized I listened. I need to stop talking to myself while doing shops in the public. I had that one patient one time in the day rooms. It was just a room where a bunch of chairs were, and they had a TV. They could watch movies and play games and stuff. But it's all glass windows on safety glass. I had somebody throw a big chair at it and didn't shatter. Scared me though. But anyway, she would sit in front of that window and just have a conversation. She turned around and asked me one day, she goes, is it bad that I talk to myself? I said, no. But most people just don't do it in front of other people. Oh, okay. Yeah, thinking out loud. That's it. A lot of times I have one headset. I've got one similar to it right here. But I do my shopping orders like that. But usually it's like that. But sometimes I'll have that mic down there and I'll be talking, and people turn around and look at me like I'm on the phone. But it's a way I can tune everybody out and just do my thing. Keep AC/DC and all that cranking and moving. It makes me go faster. My flowers are still there. Can't see the rose. My granddaughter and mother came over here one day, and my granddaughter gave me these, and I put them up here on the mic, and they're still there. They will probably be there from now on. I have a police scanner, which can't listen to police anymore, but it's got a little heart on it, one of them little bling bling hearts. My daughter put that on there when she was about my youngest granddaughter's age, and it's still on it. So that's been 23, 24 years ago. I think that's right. Been a long time. No, these are not real. They're fake. I don't know where they got them. My mom may have, I'm sure my mom had them, or maybe they went to Hobby Lobby or something and she said that she needed them or something because they'll go by there and get flowers to take out to my wife's grave and to my dad and grandparents. So, how you doing, Mr. Steve? But I don't know. Sometimes I'm not a sentimental person, but in most things I just throw them away. But it's the little things that get me. Not big things. It's the little things. Yep, they'll last forever, providing the house don't burn down. Which I've had that happen too. But oh, I was sitting there with tighten that up so it wouldn't spin. Oh, I can't show that because if my granddaughter sees that, we've got to fix that. Shh, y'all don't say nothing. Okay, good as new. The rosebud fell off. Oh, my. Yeah, I didn't catch I was in and out during your show, Steve, and I was catching part of it and missing part of it, but I caught, I know you was talking about the illegals, and that's one of the things that I've noticed here, and I don't know what level or what all you was talking about. I know you was talking about the trouble with that gangs and stuff up there. But we had a bunch of illegals work in Walmart here, and you could tell it easy because they would have a shopping cart full of groceries. They would take it out to the car in the parking lot, and then unload it in that car and come back in and start doing another shopping order while the other person was delivering it. And they were dark complected. So I'll say about that one. But I have not seen them in about the last week and a half to 2 weeks. And knock on wood, they have found another means of income. Yeah. My only thoughts were, and you was talking about them. I caught part of it about going national. My only thought is perhaps Walmart caught was up on all of that was fixing to go down, and they tried to wipe their hands clean real quick and weed them out before poop hit the fan. And it ain't over with. We know that. Tim said he's still seeing them up there. So we got a ways to go. And, I realize some of them, not all of them, some of them are probably good people, but they really need to do it the legal way. And, I do get that I don't blame them. If you can better yourself, but a lot of them are just wanting to get out of the country to keep from having to serve the rest of their time because they're getting released as long as they'll leave the country. No. And I know I saw something, a news deal. He was talking about them walking and stuff. If you'll go on YouTube and then you may go look at like Yuma, Arizona. The sheriff's department there they have documentary YouTubers because they can put it on YouTube and stuff. But the news medias won't release the true stories. And like the sheriff's department said, people will go in there, they'll have a crew come in and clean everything up before the news media gets there. So when we, the regular citizens, see that news, we think, oh, it don't look all that bad, He said they go out into the farmer's field and defecate And so the farmers can't, they have to plow it all under. The trash, hundreds of people crossing it that in that county, in that spots daily, not just a few. So spread that out in Texas, Arizona, everywhere else. That's it's crazy. And that's another, and I'll say it. That is another reason why I cannot understand why anybody would even consider voting for Harris. Her main job was to be in charge of the border. We see where that went, and she had the authority to do it, and she still does, and she still ain't doing nothing. So anybody even considering it, and I don't care if you like Trump or not, you know, people have their rights, but all they got to do is just look at what she's done. Anyway, I'm not political. I'm not going there. Not sure. Not sure they all the free perks if they do it legally. Though. Yeah, that's true. Yep, because I know they get bank cards when they come across, and that's why they throw away their IDs because you can watch those documentaries and there's IDs, money laying everywhere, and because if they have any of that on them, then I think they reduce the amount that they get, so they get rid of everything, and then they get bank cards, and then they get shipped wherever they would like to go. And then put up in nice hotels. They call the border patrol when they come across them. Come pick us up because the drug cartel or the cartel has already gave them the phone to call the United States Border Patrol once they come across the border. It's crazy. It is crazy. And I'm not gung ho on shooting at people or shooting them, but there's going to become a time, and I'm not saying kill them, but you could lay a fire line down in front of them to try to convince them to turn around. You know, and everybody wants to gripe about Abbott and all the stuff he does. I guess if he does a lot of stuff that a lot of people don't agree with, but it's just we got too many people coming across, and it's too many bad things are happening. I get the message saying I have the order to do and never get the order to do. Oh yeah. Well, I am getting way behind. Usually the chat don't move that quick, but we dropped some real tonight. Yeah. Tom found out about Uber Teen. It's been on the app for months. I have it off though. I got deactivated from Uber, so I don't know what's going on with them. I don't miss it though. I didn't use it that much anymore anyway, because all I ever did was the ride share, and I did it for the base, and I can't get on base since my squad moved out, and when they moved out, there went my base ID. So, because their food delivery wasn't worth nothing, it was worse than DoorDash. Push Delivery TV did a deep dive into the gangs and illegal accounts. Good stuff. Yes, for Venezuela. Oh, is he the guy that he does the Spanish channel or the whatever, and he speaks English? Because I think I saw him on one of your lives once, like a couple of months ago. He seemed like a well-educated person. Legal issue, yeah. I get messages saying I have an order. Never ordered. Not sure. We now have Venezuela's most dangerous. Yeah, well, that ain't nothing new. They've been coming over, and that's what some of the Republicans will say have been trying to tell everybody. And Biden and Harris administration tries to convince them of otherwise, and they control the media. So there you go. But that was out last year, or last year, or the year and a half ago, 2 years ago. That they're releasing them from prisons, but the catch is they have to leave the country, and that's why we got the influx of them. Who wouldn't? If you was stuck in prison, especially somewhere like that, prison period, who wouldn't come across illegally? And then they get treated like royalty. Mm-mm-mm. This 45 seconds much video from today. Okay. Oh, I got YouTube opened up a very open link in new tab, and I can watch that. Oh, that's the one you showed earlier. Okay. Oh, yeah, I'm going to watch that. I've watched part of it, but I had to run to the Badano. Need to go down there and find all the free money. It's there. It is there. Well, that's in Yuma. I don't know about Texas. I haven't seen any documentaries on that border, but I've seen the ones in Yuma, Arizona. I think it's Arizona. Or is it? Yeah. I think that was right. Anyway, there's documentaries, and that's what you can see the foreign currency just laying everywhere. They empty their pockets. Kids, that's what the guy that was doing it, he said, I'm a little confused because people say that they have to walk for miles. And he goes, there, and they showed the video. There was a kid over there as the family, and the boy over there was wearing a brand new pair of white Nikes, clean. You tell me how far they walked. They're flying them in to the border towns before you come over to the States. And then the cartel is charging them $500 or whatever, giving them a cell phone, and brings them right up to the fence, right up to the border. Yep. You know, there for a while, people saying, oh, they've traveled all the way across the country. No, they didn't. They flew. I'm sure some of them do have to, hitchhike and get different rides and stuff. But a bunch of them are just flying to the border and then walking across. In Texas, there's a state park down there in southeast or southwest Texas. You can walk across water this deep, about 20 yards, and you're in Mexico. And there's one of the RVers that I used to watch all the time. Him and his wife was going there. But he said that they go in the daytime, but people disappear. American citizens disappeared down in that area because they get killed and their vehicles taken, and the vehicles are just drove across that little water crossing. There was several vans, RVs that are just, you can't go down there anymore. And I'm not going to say the Mexicans, but I think it's the other people that's come up. And I'm sure the Mexicans have gotten worse. When I was growing up, we had a lot of illegals, but the majority of them that I knew of was all friendly and all nice. They was just here to work, and they'd work for 6 months and then go back across. But that's just most of your farmers and ranchers around here. They hired them, and I'm not saying it was right, but they didn't. I got nothing against them. I mean, they took jobs, yeah, but they wasn't like raping people and murdering people, and they was making some money, sending it home to their family. Like I said, it wasn't legal, not right, but it was a whole different time back then. And that was only 40 years ago. Why is this froze up? Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. This is a 45. Okay, I saw that. I need to go down there. Oh, that's that game. Yeah, Uber. Yeah, I thought I saw him. I'm behind y'all. Give me a minute. Who races the best media? Grubhub used to be when I first started. Grubhub was the best one. Every order was like $20 plus. Every order didn't matter what it was and where it was going. There you go. Why does StreamYard keep freezing up? See if I would start. I know it's dangerous on the Texas border if it's. Wisconsin has a ballot measure, 14-year-old. One thing that I did talking about busing the illegals, Abbott bust a busload full of them to Kamala Harris's residential area, not in front of her house, but her town. Basically put them at her front door. Now that I don't know if that was just a rumor, but that's what I had heard. I would have started bartending at 14 if it was allowed. Good grief. And I'm 59. I can make a screwdriver. I wished I knew how to make a whiskey sour. Those were so good, but there was only one. It was at a hotel bar in Irving, Texas. Man, that was so good. And I've gotten them over the years at different places, and that's decent, but man, that was good. But I don't, and there might be some more places, but I don't go to bars and I don't even hardly drink anymore. Nothing against it, I just don't. I mean, I don't think it would have really mattered for me to start drinking 1 year earlier. Good me. All right. Well, next time I'm up there, you're on. Well, a lot of things are going to have to be fixed, that's for sure. And one of the things that I don't get, and I don't want to talk political stuff, but one of the things that I don't get is how the news breaks that I get on my phone says new poll, and it shows Kamala Harris leading Trump. And I have not heard anybody on any social media, any rants and raves. Well, maybe one or two on rants and raves. And I think they were doing it just to rile people up. But I've heard nobody talk about wanting her in office. And so I'm not getting it because, and then people say that the news medias that were releasing that are democratically owned and operated. So I don't. And then somebody said they took a poll of 1,500 people. It might have been selected people. I don't know. This is just the news breaks, and I couldn't even tell you the news outlet. It just comes up news breaks on my phone. No, if she gets in there, you think things are bad now? It's going to be really bad. And I've been looking around at rent houses, and this is just rent houses. I do not, for the life of me, know. I think back when my kids were little, and me and my wife was looking at houses and stuff before we bought our house, but looking around at houses and how much they were, and we were like, oh man, that's 350 a month, you know. I do not understand how young people, you got a young, say a young dad working at Lowe's, the young mother's working at, I don't know, Chick-fil-A or, you know, maybe at Walmart or something. And they're making 2,500 to $3,000 a month combined. And rent for a house, if they've got a couple of kids, they're going to have a 3-bedroom at least. And those houses are renting from $1,500 to $2,500 a month in this little town. I do not understand how, I don't know how these kids are making it. I don't know how my daughter makes it, you know? It's just crazy because the pay is not a whole lot more than what it was when my kids were little. The minimum wage has maybe went up $1 to $2, maybe, if that much, in the last 30 years in Texas. It's what is it? 635. What is minimum wage? I haven't looked that up before. Texas minimum wage. $7.25 an hour. You know, I don't understand. And can you imagine if she gets in office, what it's going to be? But you know, I'm not trying to persuade anybody to like Trump. I personally would vote for him. I'll say it. I admit it. But I don't agree with some of the way he says things and how he acts sometimes. He kind of talks out his butt sometimes without thinking. Not that they're bad ideas, it's just some of it you don't want to just say out loud. You know, tone it down a little bit. But who else you got? I don't know of anybody else running. It's either Harris or Trump. No one can live at 70. Yeah, well, my daughter don't make much more than that, and she's got 4 kids. You know, I think she gets a little bit in food stamps. I don't know how much, or not much. And they live in a trailer house, and nothing wrong with that. It's a nice one. But for the cost of it, I think it's $800 or $900 a month. I just don't. I can't. There's one house that I'm hoping that I get, and technically it's a 2-bedroom, but they built the garage in, and I think I'll be able to get it for $800 a month, and that's only because I know the guy that owns it. But that house would rent for $1,100, easy. But he knows that I'm not going to tear stuff up. The odds are it's going to be in better shape when I leave than what it is before I got there. I don't know. Ever since I was a homeowner, wherever I rented, whatever I did, I treated it just like it was mine. You know, the biggest problem with Trump is tooting his horn. Yeah, yeah, he does it too much. He's a little too arrogant and cocky. So I say he, he needs to just tone it down. I mean, you know, he's got some good ideas and things that I totally agree with. He just needs to tone it down a little bit and quit talking off the top of his head. Forget the people vote for the economy and fixing inflation. Answer is yeah, it is. And you know, I made a post a while back. It was on a comment on somebody's post, and I said, hey, I wouldn't tell anybody who to vote for. I said, but quit listening to what everybody else is saying about certain candidates and just go research it yourself. Just look just a little bit. That's all it takes. Just a little bit. Take 30 minutes. You don't have to research very far. And it's obvious, like I said, it's obvious who to vote for. I mean, it's a given. I don't even know how this is even possible. But and poor old Trump. I mean, I saw on a news break they're trying to indict him on something else. They are after him. It's a witch hunt. I mean, if I guarantee if he walked across the street at the not a crosswalk, they'd be trying to get him for jaywalking. They're trying to get that man for everything and throw as much dirt on him as they possibly can. And some people are buying into that and they can't see what's going on. And I don't know. And the last 2 or 3 things that Harris has said that she's wanting to do is stuff that Trump has already said 6 months ago what he was going to do. And she's just taking his ideals. She saw that they've got good responses. And so now she's going to do that. Anyway, I don't. Patting himself on the back a little too hard. Yeah. But I'm still back. Yep. Yeah. I mean, who else you got? There's a couple of people that I would vote for if they would run. Charlie, what's his name? He goes to the different college camp. He's a younger guy. Goes to different college campuses and does the debates and stuff. I would vote if he would run. I'd vote for him. He's a smart man. I'd say he's young. He's probably in his 40s. I don't know. Very, very smart. Oh yeah, Harris is for fracking. Yeah, that's because you won't kiss their butt. Yeah, that's Charlie Kirk. Yeah, that's it. That's one of the things that I do like. That from the beginning, I didn't even know who Trump was. I don't watch what was that TV show he was on, and I didn't know who he was, but I liked the idea of him arguing and saying no. Because for too long we have had yes men in office. Whatever appeases everybody. If it makes them happy, then okay. And Trump won't do that. He won't back down. And that's why they don't like him. Because they can't control him. And that's the only reason why Biden was in office, because they could control him. He was just a puppet. Well, and I'm not a political person, but it doesn't take much to see who's still running this country. They were once a president, and they still running it from the back scenes. I would rather watch somebody pat themselves on the back than what the crazy lady would do to us. Oh yeah, we're heading straight to war. I can guarantee you that. Or a total invasion, which we already got an invasion. I mean, that's there. The only difference is it's no military action on it yet. But yeah, I'll go for Rand Paul before Kirk. Kirk needs to get a bit older. Yeah, he's younger, but and a lot of people say that they'd vote. There was one lady, I think she was on TikTok or something. She said people are just voting for Harris because she has a vagina. That's why the women are going to vote for her. That is so crazy. But I guess it's true. And I personally, I don't really care if it's a male or if it's a female, if they're black, if they're white. If they got a good head on their shoulders, common sense, then put them in office. And so it's not because she's a female. It has nothing to do with it. I know a lot of smart females. A few smarter than a lot of the males I know. But I'm well, I don't think we need a highly educated person. I think we need somebody who's high in common sense and got some moral values. Get some moral values and some common sense. And that's who needs to be in charge. Anyway, I agree, Mary. I said back when they did the Apprentice, that was that show that we need Trump as a president to fix this country. several years ago, I think Ross Perot should have been put in office. That was a good businessman. I guarantee you we would have probably been out of the situation. It might have been created worse again by the time, because that's been several years ago. I think, well, he ran against Bill Clinton, I think, or was it George? Was it George W? I don't remember. It's been several years ago. Common sense is hard to find these days. Yeah, it is. It really is. But it's still out there. It's just people are not using their brains God gave them. The liberal hybrid mind. Hey, y'all, it is 10:01. I am going to go ahead and cut it off here and get a cup. I did a dash cam, and usually I have problems with getting Amazon to approve them because a lot of times the video samples that I use, you can see a highway sign, or you might see a blurred license plate or blurry license plate, and they kick it back. This time, it went through perfect. But the seller didn't like the ideal of the clarity of the night vision of the dash cam. And I told the marketer, I said, that's this camera, that's a sensor. It does the job, but it's not a very good camera. It's $79. I've done ones that are $59 were a lot better cameras. Anyhow, I'm out of here, folks. I hope y'all have a wonderful night. And hey, if I know most of you have, but if you're watching it on the replay and you haven't, check out Grandpa's Random Reviews and consider subscribing to it. There's fixing to be more going on there than just reviews. I mean, it'll be review related, and it kind of has to do with gig work. I mean, because it's making money, creating revenue streams, and things like that. And I'm going to start. I think I'm going to might go start doing Wednesday night lives on there. Ray and sent me a text with all the live streams he wants, and it looks like Wednesday might be a good night because I don't want to be trying to do lives at the same time some of the other people I know of are doing them. Anyway, for right now, if you haven't subscribed, consider so. And if you like Dash and Grandpa, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel if you want. But anyway, I am out, y'all, and I hope y'all have a great week and be safe out there. But most of all, y'all keep smiling. Well, you can't really see it, but a sign back there says keep smiling. Because if you just smile at somebody, it might make their day. They might have been thinking about doing something bad to themselves. And if you smile to them and just be friendly, you could change somebody's life, literally. For real. Just be nice and smile. Y'all keep smiling, dashing, dancing, prancing, doing whatever it is you want to do. Just keep doing something, and I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Bye, y'all.